Welcome to R5. That's rotation number 5 for beginners. Today we're going to be doing rotation movements, obviously, but we're going to do some new stuff you haven't seen before today. So we're going to start though with my favorite old school exercise for a warm-up, which is a toe touch, and you're going to put your hands overhead. So I'm going to hinge at my waist, touch my toes, and then reach up for the sky. We're going to do that for 15 repetitions just to get started. So we're going to hinge back, touch, and then reach up. 1, reach down, touch, reach up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, just like so. So now we're going to go and start our side to side lunge, which we do every time just to warm up our knees and our hips. We're going to rock to one side, rock to the other side, and we're going to do 12 of those to begin today, starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to rock 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. Very good. Now we're going to switch to shiko, where we're going to rock to one side, set down, rock to the other side, set down. And we're going to do 12 of those, starting in 3, 2, 1. We're going to rock 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Yep. There we go. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. Very good. Now, normally when we do rotation days, we do cross pulling, where I take my split stance like so, and I reach and I pull, front leg, back hand, right? Well, today we're going to do the opposite. We're going to do what's called lead pulling. Lead pulling is where I've got one foot forward and I'm pulling with the same side as the foot that's forward. This is a different rotational mechanic, and it's more challenging. So we're going to use slightly lighter bands than usual. We're going to be using the middle anchor. So in my case, that means that I'm going to be setting up here in the center, about belly button height in my case. And I'm going to be using today so normally I use two bands. I normally use my lighter band is this one and my heavier one. So level 3 is normally the one that I use and as the light one, and then number 4 is the one I normally use as the heavy one. Well, today I'm going to be using number 2 as the light one and number 3 as the heavy one. So we're going to set this up on the middle anchor for the lead pull. And I'm going to set up the light one with a handle on that middle anchor, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back. I'm going to start with my right foot forward. Here, actually, let's change the angle ever so slightly today to make it a little bit easier to see. Tuck it back like that. We're going to set it up quite like that. So what I'm going to do is set myself up with my lead foot forward here. And it's in the same side as the lead hand. And I'm going to pull, pull, pull. And what you'll notice is this leg has to work really hard to resist and keep me in place. Pull, like so. So that's going to be our lead pull. We're going to set up and we're going to do 8 to 12 of those on each side for 4 sets. Starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Then I'm going to switch on the other side, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Take a break. So you're going to notice as you're doing this that your hips, your glutes work because you're stabilizing at that hip joint. It's a more challenging movement, and we go through variations of these movements because, again, our goal is to build a movement vocabulary so that you never find yourself in a position where your body's not familiar with how to find balance and stability and power. That's how we get into trouble, is when our movement patterns have blind spots. That's where things don't go well. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Core tight, pulling. 1, 2, and you'll notice I'm rooting myself. I'm bending. 3, I'm getting lower. 4, because that gives me more stability. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch sides. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Take a break. So again, even though these are rotation days, your lower body and your upper body are passing through your core. The core stabilizes so that those two ends can generate force and stability and affect the outside world. If you don't have core stability, you can't do that. So, all right, let's go for number 3. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. That's 2. 3. That's 3. One more to go, and then we're going to switch to pressing. That's typically the order of rotational movements, is pull, press, rotate, wood chopper. So, and again, what are we doing? We're moving through the different planes of motion. We're moving through anterior or posterior, anterior, and then in this case, you're moving like laterally, but it all involves this rotation, this twisting capacity. And this is, humans are rotational engines. That's how we move. Through space, we turn rotational movement into linear force. We're pretty cool that way. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Other side. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and grab a clip. I'm going to grab this clip, and I'm going to put my other band on the middle clip so that it's long, not half the size it normally is, like I did with that one where I looped it through, which we normally do with the pulling ones. I'm going to put it on the clip. I'm going to put the clip on the link, and now the band comes out to here with the handle, right? So now I'm going to do lead pressing, okay? Now, this is so key. You have to be on the ball of your back foot. Like, you needed to be on the ball of your back foot before, but now you really need to, because it's the only thing stabilizing you. So that when I push like this, if the ball of that foot's not down, I have zero stability. So you have to have, I'll go this way. You've got to have that ball. Do you see how my heel's up back there? I have to have that ball so that I can push everything. My hand points the same direction as my knee. My knee goes the same direction as my toe. And I come back. Extend, come back, just like so. Okay, so we're going to do 12 of those on each side for 4 sets. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great. Switch sides. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2. You can see my core is rotating. 3, but my hips are square and forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Take a break. That's 1. Now this is a little different than what you're used to, and it requires more balance and more coordination and more stability. But if it requires those things, that means you're also gaining those abilities by practicing it, and that's key. So you may notice that this is harder than usual, even though the bands are lighter, and it's not necessarily muscularly harder. It's neurologically harder, meaning your nervous system works harder because you're keeping more balance. There's more things going on. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch. Other side. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Take a break. That's 2. 2 more to go. The main key here is being rooted in your hips, having a strong hip foundation on the ball of that back foot, and keeping the front knee over the toe. Those two dynamics are absolutely key to making sure that your knees aren't doing one of these numbers while you're doing it. All right, number 3. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. All right, 1 more to go. And then we're switching to wood choppers, which everybody loves wood choppers. Who wouldn't love a wood chopper, right? Right. Obviously. And there's no special variation of wood chopper that goes with this. You have lead pull, lead press, you have cross pull, cross press, and you have wood choppers. That's it. All right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Next. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. All right. So now we're going to switch to wood choppers. So grab some water. The band doesn't change. We're going to leave it there. We're going to pivot. We're going to come through. We're going to slowly release back. And we're going to do 12 of those on each side. It's going to be great. And we're going to do 4 sets. That's it. It's pivot on the feet, pivot, pivot. You're going to notice that this rotational element of the hips and arms is key in all of these movements, and that this square stance, split stance, square stance, split stance, it's kind of universal. So, all right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to rotate, bring it through. 1, 2, 3. Keep a slight flex in the arms. 4. This helps keep the muscles engaged. 5. So the shoulders are assisting and the spine is not doing all the work. 6, 7, 8. And I want to have firm grounding. 9 through my feet. 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Take a break. That's 1. Great job. 3 more to go. But again, if you're going through these and you're doing the full workouts, even on a light day, even if you just show up and do the movement lightly, you're still doing more than if you sat on the couch. Like, this is so key. People don't get this. Every day doesn't have to be grueling. And if you find yourself getting tired and frustrated and cranky and you don't want to do anything, you're burned out. So give yourself a couple easy days. That doesn't mean do nothing. It means, so there's something called active rest when I was powerlifting. Active rest weeks are where you cut your training volume by 50%. And the way you did that was you cut the intensity by 50%. So, and actually it was 50% and 50%. So I would cut my intensity by 50%. So if I normally deadlifted 400 pounds, that week I only deadlifted 200. And if I normally did 6 or 8 sets, that week I did 3 or 4 sets. So I did half the volume and I did half the intensity. And it was just enough to keep my nervous system on and awake, but it was, and keep me in the groove, but it was enough for my body to get extra blood flow, get the signal, and recover. And that you can do that anytime. You can cut your intensity. We have control over the bands. You can do half the reps, but you got to you got to put your ego in check and take the rest, because it's gonna make a difference long term. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Like, show up. 1, but do the active rest. 2, instead of jogging, take the walk. 3, 4, like, you can tell when you're burned out. 5, and that's what happens to people. 6, 7 is they get addicted to the movement. 8 meaning like seeing progress. And then when they don't see progress, they try harder. 11, one more. 12. And then when they try harder and it doesn't work, they burn out. And then, so active rest. When you feel yourself burning out, take a step back, reset. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Like sometimes it's okay to pick the easier variation. Especially like, let's imagine you've been doing 3 days of strength training a week and you've been doing 10,000 steps a day every day. And you're like, wow, I've seen progress, but I am also exhausted. That makes sense. So it's okay to take a week where maybe you do your strength training at a lighter level of intensity and you aim for 5,000 steps a day for 1 week, just a week. Give yourself that time to recover. You're not going to lose ground. As long as you don't go eat like 17 pizzas, you should be fine. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. The problem is people burn out and then they completely whiplash. 2, 3, and that's what gets you, is the whiplash. 4, 5, 6, 7, because it's all about protecting and compounding. And I'll explain that in a minute. 9, 10, 11, 12. Like your body needs time to recover. It just does. The work doesn't actually get done in the workout. The workout's the signal. The recovery is where the progress is made. Starting in 3, 2, 1, 1. So 2, the key. 3 is understanding. 4, that when I'm not compounding, aka doing the hard work. 5, staying in the calorie deficit. 6, eating the 3 million grams of protein. 7, whatever. 8, I need to be protecting. 9, so if I'm not growing. 10, I need to make sure. 11, 12, that I'm protecting what's there. So, example, and I'm trying to use this as an example. So I burn out, I get a bad case of the efforts, and I decide that I don't care anymore. I'm just going to eat whatever I want and do whatever I want. I'm going to lay on the couch for a week, and I just don't care. I just don't care. Like you've burned out to that point, okay? Well, now you're not protecting the progress that you've made. You're self-sabotaging at this state, okay? Where when I'm doing the work, I'm compounding. I'm making improvement. Things are getting better, right? I have an old saying, and it's sometimes breaking even is success. And what that means is sometimes, man, there's universal forces that just breaking even, just hitting 0 and not losing ground is a huge win. And people don't give that enough credit. They don't give it enough credit in their finances. They don't give it enough credit in their health, and they don't give it enough credit in their time. So in your health, your wealth, and your time, you need to protect it first. That's step 1. You have to protect those things. And then step 2 is you need to compound those things. But you can't compound them if you don't protect them, because whatever you put in the bucket just leaks right out the bottom. So you got to protect it, and then you got to compound it. And the problem is with fitness and health is most people try to compound it to the point that they burn out, and then they don't protect it once they're burned out. They just whiplash the other way. And they do this over the course of like 4-week cycles, 3 weeks on, 1 week off. And then they wonder why they never make progress. And it's because on that 1 week off, they don't protect it. And then they have a hard time ramping back up, or they injure themselves, or whatever. Anyway, I digress. We're going for number 4. My point is protect it and compound it. It can't be one or the other. 3, 2, 1. And most people treat it like one or the other. 2, I'll shut up now. But 3, that's my point. 4, slightly rambling. 5, thank you for listening. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. All right, so now we've got time for our finisher. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do our back supported crunch. So I'm going to lay out my mat. I'm going to bring out my pillow, and I'm going to lay my pillow on my mat. And we are going to do a standard back supported crunch. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to lay back over our support. If you don't want to use a support, you don't have to. I'm going to put my feet flat on the ground. I'm going to point my hands at my knees. I'm going to push my lower back into the support and then lower back down just like that. Why do I do this? Because this lengthens my abdominal muscles over the support, which means they have to work harder to get up. And that's the whole point. That's why if you can't do it with the back support, don't. Start with nothing. And then when you do start with a support, start with something very small. So I'm going to point my hands forward. I'm going to tuck my chin into a neutral position. I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to slowly lower, and that's 1. And we're going to do that for 12, 8 to 12, starting in 3, 2, 1, up, slowly lower, 1, 2. Again, if this bothers your back, 3, don't do it. 4, or pick a variation like the knee raise, if that's easier, or 5, that doesn't bother you. 6, 7, if all abdominal crunching bothers you or your doctor's told you not to do it. 8, skip it. 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Take a break. That's 1 of 4. Ok, ok, ok. The whole point of my little diatribe earlier is that you're in week 5. This is where most people quit. Most people quit a program at week 5 because they've either injured themselves or burned out. That's just the case of it. They don't know how to vary properly. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 2. Good job. And don't get me wrong, I'm no fitness model or anything like that, but our goal isn't that. Our goal is lifelong functional health. Because your body and your mind are really the only thing you have. Everything else comes and goes. And even that comes and goes. So we're trying to protect it. We're trying to protect it and compound it. But unfortunately, nobody wins the race against time. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1. But we can get the most out of our time. 2, 3, we can get the highest quality time. 4, we can get the most time to ourselves. 5, doing what we want to do. 6, that's freedom, man. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And remember, health is like a bank account, you know? It's something that when you make the deposits on a regular basis, when the rainy day comes, you're going to be happy you did. Because it will come. And how much you put in the health bank account is going to matter. Those deposits add up. They do over time. All right, last one. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Very good job. Well done today. That concludes our 5. Excellent. So I will see you at A6. Go get your steps in. I will see you in the next one.